the Wrestling Observer newsletter reporting that AEW has booked the United Center for June the 17th, Saturday, June the 17th. We've been going over this story. That is, they are tentatively expecting CM Punk's return to coincide with that. So that would mean that they would be running Chicago at the United Center on Saturday the 17th and coming back days later for Dynamite on Wednesday, June 21st at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, and thus running it 2 times in 5 nights. And, barring anything falling apart, this would certainly look to be the launch of the Saturday show with CM Punk coming to the United Center and a recreation. This would be the second dance.
The second dance, the next dance. Which one do you think sounds better?
The encore, the new dance.
Sure. Electric Boogaloo Part 2. Yes, all these things. They're that confident that a CM Punk can draw this much, not just for this United Center, but probably the Wednesday afterwards too. And
that's Forbidden Door week as well, going into the pay-per-view that Sunday.
Right. So, those of you in Chicago who maybe are upset that, hey, you didn't get Forbidden Door this year, they're going to make up for it. Trust me. They're going to be back plenty of times for all you guys.
You're literally getting more. You're literally getting more shows than Toronto in 1 week.
Yes. To me, it almost seems like all but confirmed that a deal's in place, because I don't think they'd be this confident about running two big houses in Chicago unless you had Punk locked down. The Saturday show, I don't think they'd be confident in even starting without somebody like a CM Punk attached to it. So here we are.
It's almost the exact Rampage rollout. It was the second episode of Rampage that Punk showed up at, but essentially, like, you're kicking off a new franchise built around Punk. And this is going to be one where I'm more so looking at the Saturday show. Where are we going to be 6 weeks in to that show? And what is it going to stabilize at? And if that is the exclusive show Punk is on, you're going to have some traction for that Saturday show, but you're really going to have your work cut out for you on many, many Saturdays, as we have gone over. Do they go to the same playbook? Is there a announcement of CM Punk returning, or is it left in the we will all but say he is there and everyone will know he is there, and based on precedence there's going to be no doubt that he will be there?
They could do it. I think it was a really neat trick the first time they did it and was successful. In fact, it was like a really good flex, to be able to say, hey, we don't even have to announce the dude's name, and look, we can pack this house. I think they could do it again and just be able to say, hey, we did it twice now. Because I don't think they need to even mention his name in order to sell this. So they just have to tease it. What's the tease? What's the tease? Can you say
the last TV? They just say next week we're going to Chicago, and you get the Chicago skyline, you get Soldier Field, you get the big water from the beginning of Married with Children, and then the last shot, Mindy's.
It's got to be Mindy's. I was going to say maybe you have Darby Allin come out and eat a muffin this time. Last time it was him saying best in the world. This time, guy comes out eating a muffin. It's about all you need.
You think they can sell out the United Center like they did the first time?
What does it seat? 15, 17, hockey
United
arena?
Center around 14.
So last time was how much?
I'll pull up the for CM Punk's.
I'm going to say yes. I am going to say yes, because I think Punk somehow
it was 15,316, just over 14,000 paid, $635,000 gate for Punk's debut, the first dance.
I'm going to say yes, because believe it or not, it almost feels like this is as big of a deal of a return as it was, with his several years of layoff. This story has just become that much bigger. So I'm going to say yes. What do you think, John?
I'm not going to doubt that there's going to be an enormous interest for this show. I think that this is going to, he is the elusive figure yet again. I think it's a different set of circumstances than the 2021 arrival, but I do feel that as we get closer to it, everyone is going to figure that it's almost going to be the state of CM Punk address. Yeah. And I think it'll be the first time on AEW programming that I think they're going to tear off the Band-Aid and really address what happened at All Out, because I cannot see them proceeding forward with the elephant in the room, and not at least maybe you're not going to go into grand detail on it. But to me, Punk has to address that. maybe go so far as a public apology. Maybe this audience in Chicago is not going to want to hear an apology. This is going to be a very pro-Punk audience that he is coming back to that night as well. It's very interesting, the dynamics of all of this. We have not heard that meeting has even gone down yet. And the fact is, this Saturday show, it still remains to be announced, but it would seem with the upfronts coming up soon, it would seem like everything is something it seemed would significantly have to fall through for any of this to not happen.
Yeah, they're not booking the United Center for a house show. I really don't think so. I think that's the most interesting thing right now is what is that promo going to sound like? How is AEW going to be able to present this situation in a way that doesn't piss anybody else off that much more? And will they turn this directly into an angle, or are they going to stay completely separate, but with Punk and the rest of the elite and the other parties involved? We'll be asking all these questions in the weeks ahead.